Hey guys, it's Heather from Kell of a Plan. Welcome back to part 3 of my DIY Christmas planner series. In part 1, we went over how I made my cover for this planner. In part 2, we went over how I made my dividers in this planner, these 8 dividers. And now today in part 3, we will be talking about the printables that I printed to put inside of these dividers. And then tomorrow in the final video we will be talking about this section right here that I'm kind of skipping over right now, and we will also do a final flip through of the entire planner. So if you do not follow AliciaMichelleXO on Instagram, you really need to, because first off, her lettering is like super goals and her planner threads are always beautiful. She's one of my favorite people on Instagram. I've been following her for a pretty long time, and she's so sweet, so talented. But I think it was last year that Alicia made these Christmas planner printables, and this year when it was time for me to decide what I wanted to put inside my planner, I looked at a lot of different printables, and the reason I ended up choosing Alicia's, a couple of reasons. One, they're free, so you can get them on her blog. I will put the link to her blog below in case you want to print any of these. Number 2, I love her lettering. And number 3 is they were already sized to fit the Happy Planner. A lot of the other printables I found were sized for different planners, and I would have had to figure out, you know, what's the percentage I'm supposed to print out again to make it fit a classic Happy Planner, and I just honestly didn't have time for all that. So I love that these were already sized for the Happy Planner. So when you print these, you would print them on a regular sheet of paper, but then she has these lines here to show you exactly where to cut, and if you cut those lines exactly where she says, then it prints perfectly, or it fits perfectly into a classic Happy Planner. She has lots of different themes, so we're going to go through each section of the planner pages. So first she has this Christmas photo checklist, which I thought was so cute because I feel like a lot of times I get kind of stuck on cute picture ideas, and so I love that this has a whole list, and it'll be like a goal for me to get all of these pictures taken. And then she has some cute tips over here as well. And then that's one of her printables. And then she has another printable, and I just printed it on the back, of a Christmas movie checklist, which I seriously love because Christmas movies are like my love language. I love watching Christmas movies. And so I love that this was just like a checklist of some really good ones that you could check off to remember, you know, just to make sure that you watch all the ones that you want to watch. So I printed these 2 front to back because I thought they were cute checklists. Also, side note, I printed these at my local Office Depot, front and back, and I printed them, I think this is 28 weight paper, but I really don't remember. I'd have to look. And I already trimmed them all, but I haven't punched them all. So what you would do is you would take your classic punch, and again, the classic punch has these lines to line up your paper. So as long as you line it up with that bottom one every time, and then you punch, then it's going to fit great in your planner. So this is going to be my first section, and I'm going to kind of call this our Christmas bucket list section. And I may add some other things, but I also thought it would be fun to later kind of memory plan maybe in these pages, or maybe put some of these photos that I took in this section. But for now, this is going to be the only page in this section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab I'm trying to see if I can find my Papermate Flare. I don't know where it is, so I'm going to use this one. And I'm just going to write checklist. Because that is the name of that section. Okay. And then I'm going to go to my next section. So my next section is just going to be my Christmas card section. I love sending Christmas cards. Seriously, I'm obsessed. And I love getting Christmas cards. And I love this printable that she had where you put the name, the address, and if you send it. This says created. I'm already created all of them, so I'll just easily check mark that off. Or I may even just cover that up with some washi. But check off if it's sent or when you get it sent. Really great place to put all of those. So I printed them front to back, and I printed several copies because I send a lot of Christmas cards, and I'm also thinking that I'm going to use 3 of them for sending Christmas cards and maybe 2 of them for who sent me a Christmas card. Just because I like to keep track of who sent it to me, just so that, like, if someone sends me a card that I didn't send a card to, it will remind me to send them one now and to put them on my list next year. So I'm currently punching 3 pages at a time in my punch, so you can punch more than just one. And then I'm going to put them in under the next tab. And then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to write cards, because I know I can't fit Christmas cards, so I'm just going to put cards. Okay. And there is my next section. Okay, let's flip to the third section. This one I really need to get started on is a gift list. I printed 3 of these front and back. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to label one of these parents, one of them grandparents, one of them siblings, one of them nieces and nephews, and then probably one of them friends, and just have them organized in that way. I love that you can put their name, what you bought them, how much it was, and you can check off when you've bought it. So I printed 3 of these front and back, so 6 total. Oh, and then, so it's going to be parents, grandparents, siblings, nieces and nephews, friends, and Matthew. Matthew will have his own list on there. And then I'm just going to pop those into that section. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to write gifts on the tab. All right, so that is section 3. Now I'm going to go to section 4, which is our spending tracker. I think we're really trying to become debt free. We've already paid off our AC loan and my student loans, and now we're working on our only car loan that we have. So I really don't want to go too crazy with spending, and so I think this will really help me to track our spending. I printed 4 front and back, which is probably way too many. I shouldn't spend that much money, but I may end up dividing it into like gift spending tracker, food spending tracker, party spending tracker, you know, a spending tracker for different categories. So that's why I printed more than one. And you don't want to punch more than 3 pages at a time, so I'm going to do these 2 at a time. Another reason I love these printables is because they all match. Like, they all have the green with the Christmas trees. So I just love that it's like a cohesive look. Okay, so then on this, I'm going to write spending. Okay, so now that section is ready. Next up is Christmas Happy Mail, which I printed way too many of these. I do not know why I printed like 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sending this much Happy Mail. Sorry to break it to you guys. I'm not sending this much Happy Mail. But I like at the bottom it says planner friends make the best friends. So this will help me. I'll probably really only need like 1 of these. But it'll help me kind of make notes of who to send Happy Mail to, which doesn't have to be anything big, but I'm thinking just like little gifts to send to some planner friends. I'm going to go ahead and punch all of these because I printed them, but if I were to send this many Happy Mails, I think my husband would kill me. So, but I am going to go ahead and punch them because they're printed, and why waste the paper? And then over here, I'm just going to write Happy Mail. And honestly, I could probably use some of those for LuLaRoe Happy Mail with my LuLaRoe business. Send some free surprises to some of our VIPs. That should be a good way to track that. Okay, next section, this is a section I'm really excited about, is Christmas crafting. How fun is this? I printed 3 of them front and back. to come up with some Christmas crafts, whether I'm doing it by myself or with my nieces and nephews. But you could put the craft name, when you start it, when you finish it, a quick description, the steps, materials you need and what you already have, and then like a picture of the finished project. How cute is that? So I'm going to punch these and add these to this section. I feel like Alicia seriously thought of like everything you could possibly need in a Christmas planner. There's seriously like everything. I would have never thought to make a Christmas craft section, but I love that she did. So it's going in my planner. Okay, next up is Christmas recipes. This is another one that I love. You know, the special Christmas recipes that you love and you want to make each year. Like I have this amazing sugar cookie recipe. Could write it out. And then it's fun that it's in there for the future too, so that you could just pull this out next year and remember the recipes that you want to make each Christmas. So punch those, pop them in, and I'm going to come here and write recipes. Okay, and then our last section is just some note paper, and it says, have yourself a merry little Christmas, with a bunch of notes. This could be a good place to journal about things that went well this holiday season, things you want to remember, or it could just be a place to jot some to-do lists or, you know, whatever. I just thought it would be nice to have some note paper in the back just in case. So I printed several sheets of these. It looks like I printed 6 front and back. I love that Happy Planner punch, y'all. I love how easy it is to punch things and make your own planner. Okay, so then I'm here. I'm going to write notes. Okay, so I don't want to show y'all this first section. We're going to talk about that tomorrow in part 4. This is just part 3. So, just as a review, we have checklists with the photo checklist and the Christmas movie checklist. We have a Christmas card list. We have a gift list. We have a spending tracker. We have a happy mail section. Christmas crafts. Christmas recipes. And notes. And these are all available, free printables, on Alicia's blog. I will put that in the description in case you want to print your own. Be sure to give her credit both on Instagram and wherever else you might put it, because she did make these. She spent a lot of time making them, but they are free, so go check them out. So that's part 3 of the series. If you missed the first 2 parts, I will link them below, and come back tomorrow for part 4. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, and happy planning.